acknowledging that as a conclusion of building the buildings that we built. That would be preposterous. Karelians are going to want to rise up around here, surely. Specifically in Olonets. But Olonets is about to be converted, and that will stop them from wanting to rise up if I just have them not do that. Tsarograd is already converted, means we're going to make even more money. And there we go. It still wants to revolt, of course, but they'll chill out a cycle. Amazing. That feels damn good. Means your army isn't big enough, Jake. Well, what I'd quite like to do is get the age bonus from possibly having a large army. But that isn't coming to us right now. There would be a lot of buildings to get that. A lot of expensive regimental camps. Also, I lost my cheaper construction cost. There we go. So with Olonets converted, I now have a massive 8 tolerance instead of like -3. So everything's coming up Thrill House here. I can even be the first to get line infantry. It's expensive, but you know what? I'm going to take it. I'll show off to everybody. I need to think how I deal with the Ottomans. I'm going to need to bring... Well, I don't need to, but I will want to bring in the Commonwealthy. They currently say no, but they will say yes when they're not fighting in another war. Sweden, I would like to as well, but they still think it's too distant. Austria, of course. What have sinned? What of sinned? I'm thinking of laying a fat beat down on Castile, just so that it will slightly make the Timurids happier with me when they can't. We got anything specific to the Castilians here? Sadly not. I'll take that. Castilian culture is something of an oxymoron, don't you think? Just to try to butter up the Timmy a bit, stop him from being such a... We're still enemy of enemy. Come on, there's no need for us to be so angry with each other. Will you try to take Afghanistan too? Try to rectify the late Soviet Union's failures? No, I don't think so. I have a certain border. It's probably going to be this area, this area, this area. I think it goes about as far south as this. But you know, there's no need for me to anger Timmy this early. Right, the Ottomans are already done, and they have loads of open slots for alliances. It's a good time to attack them, actually, given their low number of alliances. Ausa and Naples are hardly a threat, and there's nothing left of Tunis thanks to the Portuguese. I almost think the Portuguese would be a nice ally. They got so much stuff here. Actually, how strong are they? Are we dealing with the strongest Portugal we've seen in recent time? That's 100,000 men. I should throw them a bone. I mean, I've got all these diplomats. I might as well try my hand at impressing my friends. How much of North Africa have Portugal and Aragon converted? Yes. My last visit to the Commode was vastly more enjoyable than the dinner with the Montenegrin ambassador. Wallachia. Sounds like we got to smooth things out a bit. Actually, no, that's using up too many diplomats. I like to keep some wild cards around. Aragon is not quite friendly. Oh, but they would be if I didn't consider loads of their land as vital interest. I'm not sure Aragon is a good ally to have at this point, but conversely, they are very strong in Italia. They're getting stronger in Italia. And if I ally them as well as Commonwealth, I strongly think that Castile and Portugal will not attack them. They might still, though, and that would be a pain. But then Commonwealth and me would come to help Aragon. Interesting. It would put me over my limit yet again. I've always been over this bloomin' limit. Well, if Malwa don't want to be my friends, and the Timurids still don't like me, it couldn't hurt to say that me and Aragon can be chummy chums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What else were you after? Well, there we go. Could get myself them as a friend. Let's get some numbers on good old Aragon. Not the most impressive. Economic offensive, espionage, religious quantity. When he finishes off quantity, keeping in mind that he's an AI and probably rich, he could take a lot of fights for me. Time to ditch Austria? I don't think so. Austria are still very good to me. They punch above their weight, and they have nice defensive mountainous fortification right there. I'm also not going to take... Well, that's not entirely true. I'm going to be taking these provinces off of him. But I'm not going to take that much off the guy, so he's good to keep around. There we go. Getting Aragon on our side helps out a fair bit. Swedish relations are acceptable. I'm definitely going to get these provinces back under my demand, though. Hopefully Aragon doesn't break up with me because of this. It usually pings up here saying alliance close to breaking in such a case, but it should be fine. And I get favors with him every year. That's very handy. No Bulgaria. I don't want knowledge sharing. Don't get dragged into Aragon's wars now. Well, I hope I don't, but that's just sometimes how it goes. Great. Ottomans just wasted one of their slots protecting Mazandaran, meaning 4 out of 4 is taken up there. 4 out of 5 since he has influence. Still, I really want to pull the trigger, but I should wait until the truce is out. But it's a shame because the Ottoman forces just never seem to die away. Oh well, there we go. Aragon do not like me having all these lands as vital interest. Fine, I'll peel these ones away, but I'm keeping the others because it's pretty important that Austria doesn't take all of this. You know, it's meant to be my land. Mine. There we go. I wish you could see that more often. The desire for alliance there. Okay, let's pay our units again because the Greek guy and the Otto friends wish to rise up. Sarigrad's a damn nice province for us. It's making us 4 ducats already. If you were fired from Paradox, why are you playing EU4? I was not fired from Paradox. I left on my own accord. If the crocodile tears are to be believed, they didn't want me to go. But I had to go. I had to fulfill my destiny. Oh, wow, I'm liking that Mogadishu. Look at the balance sheet, those buildings. Ah, shut up. It's because I rooted out corruption and I did all that conversion. Oh, speaking of, I was meant to help my subject with that. First off, let's expunge those filthy Catholics. I've played too many Catholic games lately. I need to do literally anything else. Your desire to die repeatedly in Ocarina of Time in chat's hands. Don't misconstrue the situation. I thoroughly enjoyed that Ocarina of Time randomizer crowd control run. But that's not to say it didn't have its moments of great pain. I'm a little low on rivals. I could poke my finger at the Ming. But that would be essentially saying, yes, Ming, I always wanted to be fighting you. When truth be told, I would love a Ming alliance. They're so big and strong. Sounds a bit like I'm coming on to them, but they are. Power projection is fine, so I guess there's no need to rush it. The Ottomans continue to claim my land. I know there's no big wars going on my front here, but it's mostly knuckling down, keeping my own country well. And what or where is a Karangandi? That again sounds made up. Please get over there, Laser Kiwi. You might seem fast, but I bet Fernari is faster. Yeah, our troops could get the practice on them. Morale of armies plus 10% sounds awesome, though. Especially in a war against the Ottomans. I'm taking that. I'm well taking that. Our morale is actually going to be pretty damn good for the fight coming up. 7, and the Ottomans were around 5. Your borders in the Balkans are a crime against it. Look, I'm smoothing them out. The reason I took this was to crush the Ottomans more than make myself look fancy. In a follow-up holy war that's bound to happen in about 4 years, I plan on taking this, this, and this. And if I can clear out the Pontic steppe while I'm at it, all the better. But I will be tempted to break truce on them. It's just going to be holy war so that everything is cheaper. Reconquest is nice, but holy war is just too damn good. Because I win the battles. I don't do huge amounts of occupation, but I can win battles against this guy. It's very tempting to upgrade this fort to something a lot better. It's an important province in gating this area. Yeah, let's build a full-on star fort there. Which is your favorite estate to punch and keep oppressed? The burghers. You get the money, and I love the money. And if you're hard done for ships, you can get ships as well. Let's keep my admin tech flowing for now, before the institution tech penalty gets outrageous. No unbalanced tech here, boss. Why is Denmark at war with the Swiss? Danish conquest of getting their ass handed to them. Sadly, Finari is dead, just when I asked him to wipe some people out. A couple of conversions for Wallachia means I can start off with their next 2. It's really cheap. I'm not paying attention to the cost of doing this. I just assume that Wallachian lands are cheap to convert because he has low autonomy and it's generally accepted cultures, meaning we don't get that 2% malus for speed. I'm just a conversion machine, so it's all well and good for me. Disputed succession in Brittany. No thanks. How vulnerable is Venice? Doesn't really matter. Venice doesn't have land that I want to take other than maybe Corfu and Crete. Novgorod area gets religious conformance, culture conversion cost. But I don't want to convert any religions here, or cultures rather. I've accepted them. The alternative is to get autonomy, but that autonomy will be gone in a heartbeat, so... then again, the unrest is also meaningless, so... I guess I'll take me... there we go, they can have a little bit of autonomy. Like, that autonomy is truly meaningless, but the unrest could pile up when I get stuck into a big war. Timmy no longer a great power. Well, he might be more interested in being my friend then, because I am a great power. And just to remind ourselves again, Timmy is now not. Alright, on you go, Kiwi. Rip them to shreds, and then take care of the Ottomans that are bound to rise up too. Crunch them down on autonomy for absolutism. I waited too long. I mean, I could do you, but... yeah, I mean, 1 extra absolutism is pretty good. And the question is, do I want to... Yeah, whatever. Let's take it. I love absolutism. These other provinces are less mattering. Less worthy of it. Alright, we've improved relations a lot with Portugal, but it's not enough for them to want to like me because, well, no doubt I allied Aragon. Aragon's enemies won't want to be my friends anytime soon. But it's good to have reasonably strong allies. If people look at the likes of Austria going, why are you keeping them around as an ally? Don't forget we're playing on very hard mode, where even small nations will punch very hard. They'll field large armies, they don't have to pay a lot of money for them. It can be a real pain to deal with, really. Alright, Ladoga, I knew it. It's time for you to go. I don't know why you're so incredibly expensive. I'll make you slightly less expensive with that. Honestly, I would like this to be a full-on state down the line. So I might actually just fully core it all up. Because I will want, when I eventually turn on the Swedes, I will want Nutburg to be a full core of mine so I can enjoy that harbour and clamp down harder on the Novgorodian trade node. Novgorodian separatists actually want to rise up in Ladoga, but we're converting that, so it's not a problem. And I can't even autonomize it, what a shame. Serbian separatists in Skopje. Unsurprising since I autonomized it, but too bad for them. The Ottomans have embraced the institution, which is fine, because I'm going to gobble up those provinces from them and take it for myself in 3 years. Improve relations with Malwa. Yeah, we've been trying to do that for a while, but he's not biting. So we'll let go of Malwa for now. I'm still keeping excellent. Look at that. Afghanistan were left with just the province I needed them to have. Now I can attack them to get Ming attacking me. And then I take advantage of that and crush the Oirat. Once I'm done with the Ottomans, I am going to have a field day with the Oirat. I'm just going to cleave everything I can out of them. They're a 3-war jobby, maybe 2 with Holy War. Does Holy War reduce cost? I often forget that one. No, it's full cost. Regardless, I will take over some areas that bring me over to you. And then I can smash into Korea and Nivk. And get my Soviet borders there, which I honestly need to check on, because I'm not sure what Soviet borders are to the Far East. Yeah, Timmy name placement is a sad thing right now, but I don't want to be his enemy, I want to be his friend. Well, the money and manpower situation is pretty great. I think we're all in agreement that what we need now more than ever is a bigger army. And nothing says bigger army at this point in the game quite like more cannons. Cannon fire is huge. It's going to get only bigger. Actually, 22 is enormous for cannons, but this is still pretty great for them. Still, what the heck is Commonwealth doing? Fighting Great Britain, which means not exhausting themselves, which means surely wanting to join in my war against the Ottomans when the truce is up. So let's keep that in mind. Alright, there you are. There's loads of support limit for you. So how about our armies are 24 and 20. Is that over the top? Maybe, but it's pretty important that we dominate. And you guys are still wild cards, so I'm not too worried about you, but I don't like how few you are in terms of cannon. So there we go, that brings that up. It doesn't get me a fresh new army, which I'm a bit saddened about, but trust me, cannons are so powerful once we hit this part of the game that if you fight without them, doesn't matter how many military advantages you have. Okay, it kind of does. What I'm getting at is you'll get mauled like for like without cannons. If you're full-on Prussia against, I don't know, Timbuktu, then yeah, you can make do without cannons. Aragon, you have a bit of a rebel thing going on. Please take care of it. I'm trying to win wars here. Eventually. It was an awfully lonely Dev Clash session. Hope the next features at least 2 Jakes. If only. No, I mean, everybody's at work from home quarantine, so go figure. Not many people that can be coming in under that. Fortunately, we had special dispensation as a streaming crew, which was just myself and Nurgle. And Nurgle was just laughing and dancing in the little stream room there, so you win some, you lose some. There we go, Ladoga is taken care of. No revolt problems there whatsoever, so the Novgorodians will go away. Those Serbians will go away pretty soon, I'm quite certain of that. Still waiting for those Ottomans to rise up, but actually, if we hold out just a little bit longer, they aren't going to rise up. That's quite nice, see that? At the turn of the year, it'll actually become negative unrest and they'll go away. The Serbians are going great, no rebel problems whatsoever, and then I can stop paying my units and stockpile money for the next big Ottoman war. His name is literally God of Plague, no wonder he feels happy. Ah, Nurgle. Yeah, I didn't put the pieces together there, did I? Sweden obviously won't be joining me in these fights, but they've got their peace. Lucky them. Were they at war with Commonwealth? That isn't so nice. At least Commonwealth still wants to be my friend. I need those favors though to call them in. I need this guy dead. He can't die fast enough. McCain though, he can... Oh god, he's 71. We should prepare for McCain's very sudden death, because it's bound to happen. I don't have the admin that I'd hope for. Right, dip is the next one going down. I don't think I need to really be focusing on dip, but similarly, where else would I focus? Mill to get my quality done, but I will want dip for influence soon enough. Yeah, Major is so bad at dip, I think we should keep a little bit of focus on it. Two of a kind? Well, that sounds like more admin to me. I ain't taking the booby prize here. Is it worth it to upgrade your advisors a bit? Normally I'd say no because of extreme cost, but I rather like this morale guy, so... God, that's pricey. Still, I'll take... Oh, good God. It's okay. We make actual money now, but still, good God. Make some actual trade money with Constantinople, actually. That's surprising. I didn't think such a small sliver of control here, it's only 7%, would mean that we'd make such banging ducats out of it. We'll never have large amounts of control over this. I mean, look at it. Wallachia takes so much more than we do, but at least that means Wallachia make good money. Time for buildings yet, Jake? Never. Although maybe we can have a quick peek at what the workshops can do for us. Workshop is very powerful. There you go. It's as good as I'll do you. Taxation as well. Low cost, high return. Well, high-ish return. I should strongly consider investing in trade as well. I mean, I should be making a lot more money off of Novgorod than I am, and I think a lot of that is down to me not boosting the likes of Pskov and such. But man, it always feels like I pay so much for marketplaces, and trade depots are just ravaging levels of money. The Ottomans have rescinded that guarantee and instead allied Mazandaran. That could be a bit of trouble for me. Mazandaran, I have a bit of a bad memory from fighting them. I'm going to get these forts up because I will forget to do so if I don't do it now. We have invested in our significantly better Tsarograd fort. Maybe I should just get all my forts up. That way, sure, we pay extra for them, but it also gives me an idea of the kind of cost that I'll be facing. Ooh, is it too late to cancel those buildings? Oh well. It's more the advisor, but I want that advisor. Morale right now is too good. You need to make manufactories in the trade nodes that lead to Novgorod. Yeah, I know that much. But I don't even make that much off of Novgorod. I make a lot more in Kazan. Well, as in I have proportional control in Kazan a lot better. So I'd get a lot more returns on it. What I need to do is just get the rest of Novgorod, but I haven't been doing that. I have been slacking. Let's get our cavalry combat ability as high as it goes. And perhaps start putting our army together. Where are we going to fight? I reckon that Tsarograd can hold out pretty well on its own. I think the real fight will be in these mountains, because he cannot pass either of these right now. So maybe I should cease my rebel. Wait, who wants to rise up? Eret Need. What? Eret Need. I can't believe it. It's not even Ottoman separatists. It's for that miner, Eretna. Well, that ain't happening. Paul K is saying greetings from Germany. Simultaneously disgusting a lot of people around here. Alright, let's get into something resembling a position to strike the Ottoman menace from. You guys will be the backup plan back there. Are those mountain border forts improved? Nope. And I don't think they need to be, because if they fall, I want to take them back quickly. The main reason I have them is to fight pitched battles in them. Oh my days, I'm liking this harvest. We've had a lot of particularly good years for Montenegro. And the game is right, but I want that money. Money begets more money. Admin points do not beget more admin points. Uh-oh, Timmy embraced manufacturing. Please, Timmy, we can be friends. Just don't be hostile. Why you gotta be like this? Is there anything I could do to make them happier with me? Well, they're now a great power, so let's worry about that for a change. We're actually the third greatest power in the world, but we'll come down because we're losing out on plenty of things. Influential nation, Jake. Lots of dosh, but, well, I can't do that. They're now a great power. Also, let's just bag that prestige. I need this guy to die. There's no way about it. And I need to hope that this guy's a diplomat that doesn't want all my land. I'd probably take administrator as well, because they also have less desire for other people's land. But it's not happening anytime soon, is it? Let's make sure our relations with Commonwealthy are through the roof. I think we're already good with the Swedes as well. And you know what? For a laugh, let's keep spicing on the Ming here. We're enemy of enemy now. So maybe, just maybe, if I wasn't... oh, hang on, they dropped Commonwealth as a rival. So it's not impossible that I do get the Ming as a friend here. It would go better if I dropped a great insult on their enemy, like France. So let's do this. Let's send a scornful insult. Tales your misdeeds are told from Ireland. They can't read there. Alright. What do you think of that, Ming? There's a small chance that they'll go friendly since we have such good relations. Then again, proportionally, I'm not much stronger than them, so it might not go that way. Regardless, I shall tell them that I... Ooh, yes. Timmy! About that turning on me that you just did, you bastard. There we go. How's that for a hug box? Whew. The Xenosphere has always been a strong ally of DDR, Jake. So, good to have them as a true friend. Alright, that doesn't make it all the easier to fight Oirat, in fact quite the opposite. But I can draw the Ming against Timmy and crush Timmy for what he's done to me. Alright, we are no longer trying to forge a friendship here. The worst thing that could happen right now is Timmy allies Ottomans. Hopefully they don't do that within the next year and a half, because we're about to fight them at the end of 1660. What has Timmy done to you? Timmy did a lot of good for me, but he's also decided to turn on me. And that is unforgivable. Huh, Ming is thousands upon thousands of ducats in debt. Timmy have too many alliances, there's almost no chance that they would ally the Ottomans. I just need to be poised and ready to strike the Otto scum. Timmy did draw me into a lot of lame wars, but their very existence, I'm convinced, stopped the Ottomans from attacking me. And now I have the Ottomans disadvantaged. Well, that's putting it lightly. The Ottomans are going to die. I already have the Ottomans as an enemy, which is great. I miss that theologian. Reduced unrest is very important to me. And again, inflation reduction is pretty nice. I could turn to the clergy for a... Hang on, I thought the clergy gave me an unrest guy. Oh well, I'll take you for now. That's a shame because that means more rebel factions are able to pop up now, but you already know that. Again, let's get our tech whilst the going is relatively cheap. Oh well, I'll be damned. We actually have more of the institution than I thought. Manufactory spreads nay too shabbily. Oh well, might be in for a win here. We'll just duke it out until it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Exiled French people are marching around because they were in a big fight that involved... I don't know. Doesn't everyone like to train themselves in the Balkans these days?